Yo, it's Arcade, and today I'm gonna show you a plugin that I think is the best one in 2025. And it's also kind of a hidden gem. It's a multi-effect plugin, it's called Beam, and it can give your sounds a whole new life in a matter of seconds. So let me show you how it works, and we'll take a look at a few examples of how I used it. So this is the plugin, here are the modules you can use. So let's start simple with this little example. And let's put in some modules and see what it can do. All of them do a different thing. So I'm gonna go with grains, and just right off the bat, we can hear some differences. And we can choose different presets as well, specifically for the module. And this one is cool. So we can enable the other sound as well. And now we'll have like an ambient background sound for the melody. We can increase the mix. So just like that, we created a whole new sound. And of course, we can adjust this in any way we want. Each module has its own settings, and each module has its own presets as well. But you can also use the presets directly from Beam, which use many different modules to create some crazy effects. So let's take a look at that. So we do absolute drop, and you can see here's a combination of different modules working together, and it looks beautiful as well. So let's add the effect on both of these sounds, and let's hear what kind of results we can get. This one just created a huge pad out of the sound. So there's a lot of presets, which I love. This one is nice. And you can also generate a preset as well. So you can just go for it. It will add random modules and you can hear the result. Let's take a look at another example. Here I have this deadmau5 style chords and pluck, very dry for now. So let's make the pluck more interesting. So I've added Beam and set up a few modules like this. So this is the tabs module, which is probably my favorite. So let me just disable these and show you the tabs. At first, it's almost like a delay, but more unique because it just adds more notes one after another of the same sound. They are called taps. I have 6 taps here, and I chose them to be ping-pong taps, meaning that they will change the panning every time the tap hits, and then the pluck sounds like this. So cool already. Then we can enable grains, which is gonna add all of these particles. Then we have space, which is gonna add more reverb. And then we can add these portals. We have portal A and B, and this is gonna add a really nice delay. So from this sound, which was really empty, we now have this. With the whole song, it sounds like this. Just amazing. And you can of course adjust everything in detail. You can play around with the parameters as much as you want. You got LFOs here as well. You can use those on all of these knobs to create some unique effects. And at the moment, Lunacy has a Black Friday sale, so everything on their site is 50% off. So you can grab this plugin at a very affordable price, and also their other plugins and expansions. So if you are interested, check it out, link is below in the description. It's a great time to try it out. And thank you to Lunacy for sponsoring this video. Let's move on to another example. Here I want to show you this really dry guitar. And let's put beam on it to make it interesting. So first I have this Catch My Breath preset, which right away adds life to this sound. I just love plugins that add a new dimension to the sound, you know? You can add some subtle effects here, but a lot of the times you want to just make a big change to the sound, and this is just amazing for that. So let's try some different presets as well. Let's go to ambient spaces. Let's see. This one is cool. Adds this breathing. Let's see what the macro does. Adds more wind. Again, just amazing what it can do just by switching a preset. You get a whole new sound. Probably the best plugin that I've used for ambient effects. But this can also do different things like distortion and glitchy effects. So we have a dubstep example here. Just a simple bass with some drums and chords. Now I'm gonna add this signal corruption preset on the bass, and let's hear it. So without it, and with it, a whole different bass sound. So we got the volt module, which is like a distortion module. So we can even adjust it, do more heat and crash. And I also automated the macro, as you can see, so it's changing the sound as it plays. And the best thing about Beam is that they are adding new modules all the time. So you have these modules right now. The tabs module, for example, was added recently, and I'm sure they will add more modules over time as well. So let's try a different preset from the high voltage expansion, because this one has a lot of presets for like distorted stuff. For example, this one. So yeah, right off the bat, we just changed the preset and the bass sound is a whole different beast. This one like adds almost like a vocal to it. So yeah, you can use this for dubstep as well and any other genre really. So from like nice ambient pianos to distorted, glitchy bass sounds, you can do it all with this one. Let's take a look at another example. This one is probably my favorite because it has both really ambient stuff and really glitchy stuff as well. So we have this vocal without any effects, which is already an ambient vocal, but I've added beam, and these grains do the heavy lifting, because you can see they actually create another layer to the sound, like it adds another tone to the sound, and I actually automated the pitch. So at first it's +2, then we changed the automation and it's at +5, and the second grain is actually at -5. So it adds two tones, one is lower and one is higher. You can hear the tones in the second one. A bit higher. So we essentially transformed this vocal from one tone to like a path. And so here is how it sounds in the song. Like the ambience you can create with this. And then I've added some really hard drums, creating this sort of IDM track. So these are the drums without any effects, because you can use this on drums as well, and that's really exciting too. So this is the drums. Already a cool beat, not gonna lie, but I've added Beam with this preset Rattler, and it sort of again adds tones to the drums, making them sound like metallic or something. So without it, with it. Like, how cool is that? So then we got this. And then we added beam time to the drum beat as well. So you can use each module as a separate plugin as well, if you just want one of the modules specifically. So we have the time module, and I use the flip the script preset. Now we have sort of a half tempo loop. Yeah, that's just amazing. So we can try a different preset just for fun. Anyways, I just love plugins like these where you can just transform the sounds completely. Like, yeah, subtle plugins are cool as well, but with this you can just have tons of fun and get results that you are not even expecting yourself. So yeah, this might be my favorite plugin of 2025, and if you want to grab it yourself, check it out, link is below in the description. As I said, there is a Black Friday sale, 50% off on every product, and it will be ending on the 7th of December, so grab it while you can, and I hope you enjoyed the video. See you in the next one.